Angelo here, and today I'm going to do a quick video tour of the house. Kind of show you the tanks that I have here. So this is the 55-gallon tank. It's the first tank that I've ever had, that I ever started with, ever since I moved out here into Bremerton. And since then it's been a community tank. Well, I guess most of my tanks are community tanks. And then we ended up getting a second tank, which is this 10-gallon, and that used to be a shrimp-only tank, but now there's some fish in there. We've got some pygmy corridoras there, and then there is a betta in there somewhere. Kind of likes to hide. Oh, there he is. It's funny, he hides a lot at the times, but when I approach the tank, he's alert and he just looks to see who's out there. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so here's a 55, and then we got the 20 long, and this was my first dirted planted tank. And as you can see, the plants in there are just growing like weeds. I had to trim them basically once a week. Well, the star grasses growing like weeds. Got some airgrass in there, some cryptocorin, some Echinodorus vesuvius. Yeah, it's a plant producer. So there's that, and then into the living room here. This is one of my favorite tanks. It's the converted fireplace tank. Some of you may have already seen these from my various videos. Yeah, so it was, you know, just basically a fireplace that we ended up not using, so we figured, hey, let's just put a aquarium in there, and there you go. It's a 36 bow front. And yeah, that's been one of the, I would say the centerpieces of the house, because it really just kind of fits, you know. That's pretty cool. So let's go and continue into the middle room here. And this is basically where I keep the 40-gallon here. Oh, that's really bright. And that's the axolotl tank. There's one axolotl guy right there. And the rest seem to be hiding. Oh wow, here's another one on top of the Amazon sword there. And below that is the divided betta tank. So there's that guy, and then that guy. I decided to keep the middle portion barren, or not barren, but you know, I didn't want to put any fish in there because that's where the filter is. So as you can see, I've got the filter, the hang-on back filter. It's plumbed down and then it splits. So you've got the intake there and an intake right there, and so you know, it sucks in water up top, and it goes through the center divide, or the center piece, and the dividers here just kind of breaks the water so that it allows the bettas to build their nests. This guy's starting to build one. This guy's starting to build one as well. So yeah. And then here I've got a what do you call it? A quarantine tank, and I just kept that with, let's see, one of the axolotls. It's, I don't know, it's really low maintenance, I'd say. I do keep, like, I don't know, just regular guppies in there to keep the nitrates, or not the nitrates, sorry, the beneficial bacteria alive. And, you know, if I ever need to quarantine anything, I just take out the fish from there, transfer them to a different tank, and put, you know, the new fish into the quarantine tank. And speaking of quarantine tanks, I have another one here. It's a 15-gallon one below the 55. And that has white clouds in there. I guess I should take out that heater, since white clouds can basically just do well in room temperature waters. But yeah, so I have that, and it's essentially the same thing as if I bring in new fish. I take the white cloud, or the white clouds out and put in the new fish. So there you go. Here's the middle room, and then we're going to go ahead into the bedroom here. Whoa, it's bright. And here is the 15-gallon column tank. And this is another one of my favorite tanks because it's, you know, right beside my bed, and I enjoy watching my fish as I fall asleep. There you go. Alright. So let's head on out into the backyard and into the garage. So here is the 55-gallon fancy goldfish tank. I've got 2 pearl scales, a Oranda, a Ryukin, a black moor, and a lion head. I've also got some dojo loaches there, and a Siamese algae eater. You can kind of see that there's a lot of algae growth on the plants and on the rocks. I don't really mind the algae growing on the rocks, but because the algae is kind of starting to take over, I wanted to add a algae eater in there. It's a Siamese algae eater. You can see he's done quite a bit of work. You can tell where he's already eaten some of the algae off, so that's pretty cool. Now below that is the sump. It's another 55-gallon, and it just has more white clouds, and yeah, it's basically, it just doubles the amount of water for these guys, and that definitely does help keep nitrate levels down. I still do weekly water changes in this, but you know, it's really cool. And then next to it is the it's a 29 bow front, and it's got this little piggy right here. It's a target pufferfish, or actually it's a fang pufferfish, if I'm not mistaken. I just keep him in here by himself. You know, he's got some white clouds in there if he decides to eat them. I normally feed him snails. I've got my little snail farm here. It's just ram's horn snails in a 2.5-gallon tank. So, you know, I drop a couple snails in there from time to time. He's happy. And this is the 100-gallon tank. This is basically my everything goes tank. So if I have fish that don't necessarily belong anywhere to my other tanks, they go in here. I've got the albino Senegal bichir here from one of my friends. I've got some angelfish, some golden wonder keelies, or well, a pair rather. I've got some black skirt tetras, a school of neon tetras, some crobenzas. I've got this guy. It's a huge pleco. He's about 2 feet now, and it's one of my favorites. This guy's another sailfin pleco. His name is Hoover. Got him from another friend as well. And you know, there's a couple albino corridors in there. There's also striped Raphael catfish that kind of just like to hide in the cave. They're huge. And I also have a bullhead catfish that I caught when it was like, you know, just 1.5 inches long, and now it's like 8 inches. I don't really see. I can't see him anywhere. He must be inside the cave with the striped Raphael cats. But yeah, that's basically it. So, if you guys enjoyed, have a good one, you guys.